Now, with the tension within the pelvic floor potentially being uneven based on postural tendencies, maybe we're always favoring the left or the right side, it can affect how the pelvic floor is able to sit, which can influence pelvic girdle function and pain. So the first thing that we can do is we take a yoga block, put it between the thighs, and then you can hold onto some sort of squat rack. So first I want to point my toes together. So I'm trying to release some tension in the posterior pelvic floor. I'm going to hold on to the squat rack, and then I'm going to shift my hips all the way back. So I'm more like a hinge type pattern. So this would be more squatty. This is more hinge. Toes together. I'm thinking really squeeze this yoga block between my thighs. And then from here, I can just breathe and really focus on feeling inhale, expansion to that pelvic floor, exhale, relax. Inhale, feel that expansion, exhale, relax. And then after I do a few breaths with both toes pointed towards one another, I can try to shift from one leg to the other. So now I'm going to shift my weight into my right leg. And I'm thinking drive this hip crease back as I extend in this arm. So I'm holding on with my left arm. Weights in this leg, I'm thinking squeeze the yoga block. And I could lift my left foot up if I needed to. So I'm going to take big inhale. I'm going to feel it more towards that right posterior side. Exhale, let it go. And then I can switch sides. So I'm putting my weight into my left leg now, squeeze the yoga block, and drive this hip crease back, and weights in this foot so I could lift up with the right leg if I needed to, and then I can breathe here, feeling it more on that left side now. Now, if shifting from side to side is kind of challenging, you can also stagger the stance. Some of our clients find that this is a little bit easier for them to feel, where they're just going to bring that other foot back, put all the weight in here, drive this hip crease back, big inhale, exhale, let it go. The other mobility exercise that we can do that is going to help to bring internal external rotation within that femur. So being able to shift from this to that to find that movement with. The other mobility drill that we can do is going to be the hip airplanes. This is going to be great to help you find internal external rotation on each hip. So first we're going to start here. I'm going to lift this leg up. I can hold on to a squat rack. I can hold on to nothing. I would probably recommend holding on to something if you're having any sort of pelvic girdle pain or maybe some balance issues. And then from here, I'm going to open up. So I'm going to feel more of a stretch in here. This bottom leg is coming into more of external rotation at this point. So I'm trying to open up towards that wall in front of me. After this, I'm going to reach to grab with my opposite hand. I'm going to start to bend in the standing leg as I shift to where I'm facing the other wall. So I'm feeling like a huge stretch here in this glute. And now this standing leg is more internally rotated. Open up. And then I can exhale to rotate towards the other side. Big inhale to open up. So open hip position here. Exhale, close the hip. And what it looks like from the other side. So I have my open hip position. Standing leg is an external rotation. I'm going to rotate, bending in the standing leg to come into more internal rotation here. I can even drive this hip crease back. Huge stretch through these glutes. And then open up towards the outside. Shift again, just like that. So we can use hip airplanes to find some mobility within the femur so that we have that internal external rotation ability from the acetabulum to the femur, which is going to help to release some tension potentially at the SI joint area.